We are live, I think. So we're going to figure out if, as per usual, if the audio is any good.
I'm sure Mike Lex will be the first guy on.
Yeah, I threw a headphone in to listen through my phone, thinking it would help, but that didn't do anything I expected. So, yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, we're not going to just start just yet. We're going to confirm that the audio exists as per every week. We always got to wonder if our mics are working, if we got to take it out, plug it back in, shut it off, restart it, whatever. All the usual stuff, right? So, if Mike Lexa was the guy. He was the guy. He's the one who confirmed that our mics are indeed working. So
he's always
Mike,
the man. He's like our producer / director.
Yeah, man, and it's all for free. It's all for free.
Yeah.
So shout out, Mike. Thanks. We appreciate you there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in, we're just starting. We're back with another live review, and this time a ball that I was looking forward to for sure. And it's not the Purple Hammer. I feel like a lot of people were looking forward to that one, but me, I'm looking for this one, the Hammer Full Effect there. So beautiful looking ball. I'm a big fan of the colors. I think it's a very
cool color scheme, by the way.
Yes, big fan of the colors. 4-color ball still. If you remember, the original effect was the first ball to come out with 4 colors, and it was the. I'm not gonna say it was the last one that was shiny because it was the first one that was the shine up one, and then they had the special effect which was also shiny, but that was
we won't talk about that.
That was a shiny solid, right? So I think
we'll just skip over.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip over that one completely. So mine is drilled pin down for today, 45 4.5 by 75. You can find all the layouts in the comments or the description rather.
And mine is the my pretty much standard right now, 45 4.5 45. Puts the pin like right next to my ring finger.
Yeah, you're like those medium pin layouts these days.
Medium pin, it just gives me a good baseline of what the ball is doing instead of throwing the pin down right away. Or
in terms of versatility, I feel like you kind of get the best of both worlds.
I like that. Yeah, for me, it's been really good. So it gives me a good read of what the balls are designed to do.
Sure. And you're comparing yours today to the Zero Mercy Pearl, same layout. You did shine yours back up, so that's good to see.
Yeah, it was a little chalky from Finland, and I haven't. Every time I go to a NEBA or something and go take it, I go, oh man, I forgot to repolish it.
Sure.
So I polished it up today so we could do a nice comparison and maybe use it this weekend in NEBA, which will be on a high friction surface. So
sure, yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping too, is be able to use this or the Zero Mercy. I'm also going to compare it to a Zero Mercy Pearl, but I also have because I just drilled this the IMAX Pearl. I'll probably throw it up against that. These two, the IMAX Pearl, the Hammer Full Effect, are fighting over for a specific spot in my bag, and hopefully after today, I'm going to get to decide. So
there you go. I do like that choice. I threw that in league the other night.
Sure.
They just became really cliffed, overwalled, and I was trying to throw a weak ball, try to stay like on the track line.
Yeah.
And if I caught the puddle, it just went dead straight. If I caught the friction, it hooked early. So I said, hey, let me try this IMAX. I just said I need a bigger ball. I can just move a couple left and keep it in the oil.
Sure.
And I said, oh, what do I have on the floor? I grabbed that, haven't thrown it since the video, and it was the right choice because a bigger ball, just trying to not throw it to the dirt and just try to hit it up in the oil line. It's
did the right thing,
really well. So I was like, oh, that's a good guess.
Do you have yours the same type of thing? Medium.
My same layout, so we could always try and compare.
Sure.
I do have it in the shop, so.
I got you.
Yeah, but I was pleasantly surprised because usually I try to throw a lot of weak balls here.
Yeah, once again, high friction surface here too. So
yeah, high friction, or the track just blows open really quick.
The track does blow open, yes.
But with the puddle in the middle, I was like, oh, maybe, like I said, taking a bigger ball and not trying to check it that way and let me just hit it into the puddle.
Yeah, worked out well.
For 1 week. Every time I think I have it figured out, the next week doesn't work out.
That's how I feel about
So I'm amazed at the guys that average 240 here that just...
They do the same thing
every week on every pair, and I don't have that.
Yeah.
Pair to pair is different. Like 1 week I threw a Crown Victory Pearl here on 39.40, wheeled the lane. It looked amazing. I shoot like 780 or something like that. The next week, go to like 33 and 4.
Absolutely nothing.
It doesn't want to hook.
That's funny how that works out. Oh, all right.
So we had talked enough.
If you guys are just tuning in, once again, we're doing the Hammer live, the live review of the Hammer Full Effect, and we are in a house shot on 38 and 39, which when I do turn the cameras on, we'll be looking over 38 and 39 just now as far as the above lane cameras, and then we'll be swapping you guys over to 40, where we do have a
39 foot sport. If they ran the pattern, I think they ran as 39 foot junior gold pattern.
Sure.
U18
little house
boys.
ran it, I'm sure. So Yeah, so beyond that, we'll go ahead and get some shots thrown. Feel free to like and share the stream. We want to get you guys a chance to win one of the free Buddies merch packs. Comes along with some chamois, maybe a shirt, anything else I can find that's Buddies related laying around. You're going to get one. So feel free to like and share it. At the end of the stream, we'll announce the winner. So without further ado, we're still kind of getting warmed up. So I'm going to throw the downlane cameras on. We're both still going to be tossing around the full effect for now, at least until we get warmed up, see what the ball can do, because we have yet to figure that out ourselves. And then, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the comparison. So feel free to throw some questions in the comments if you have. Also, forewarn us when the audio decides to go out. Yeah, cameras are a little higher today. We found an old mechanism that our friend Bill Gross made. Bill is a former employee at Buddies, now works for the Brands of Brunswick. And, we found this little mount that it's been hiding away in the back of a cat.
Yeah. We have a lot. Dollar Bill had a lot of different camera stuff here. I think there might be a boom upstairs somewhere.
Yeah, I would not doubt that one bit. So.
Did you ever have the original effect?
I did not. The first one I had the special effects is a 2-finger bowler, and I had 2 of them. I did one regular, one with the full roller, and then I have the maximum effect, which is sanded. That's the only reason I'm not bringing that out to put a straight comparison to. I mean, compares apples to oranges at that point. So if I would have shined up a full maximum effect, maybe. I feel like that could have been a good thing to kind of
just
put up
for
against,
me personally so far. I had a couple. I drilled probably 3 or 4 regular effects.
Sure.
They just really, for me, felt like it grabbed. Even though a shiny ball, it really dug early. This one, just throwing a few shots so far, doesn't feel like it does that.
Yeah.
The other one definitely stood up in the mid lane. It's the orange smell, right?
Yeah, I was trying to smell the orange smell in there too.
So that's the first thing I noticed so far is that it doesn't grab as early as the original.
So you're about to check. Chris is on lane 38, so the left lane there actually, because we're on 38 and 39. You're seeing that go down the lane now. Oh, pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, it feels a little cleaner than the original.
Okay. And Chris is that medium pin layout where mine is more of a pin down.
And what's interesting, the original, I think I said to you in the shop, was from what I understand, like one of the biggest selling balls they've ever had in a hammer line.
Sure.
And for me personally, I was like, it just
didn't quite do it for you.
Yeah, I tried a couple, and then I waited like a year, and when special effect came out, I drilled some more new ones.
Sure.
And they always just felt, it just felt like they never matched up right for me. When I tried sanding them.
Well, I can tell you the effects won me over when the maximum effect came out, and I drilled that thing.
That ball I thought was really good.
I feel like unfortunately those Zero Mercies came out right on top of it, so it kind of pushed the max effect to the bottom of the list in terms of strong balls. But on paper, that's the second strongest ball out on the market still. So in terms of sanded pieces,
I had a very good shot there. No, and I was going to say the same thing. I feel like the max effect we saw it right away as being a really good ball.
Yeah.
But then they go to seminars and they announce the Zero Mercy.
Like, oh no, it's good.
And it just automatically squashed the ball. And it's really a shame that happened because I feel like that ball had a nice purpose, a nice rounded shape to it.
Sure.
The max. And could handle oil. And like I said, they go to the seminars and they go, Zero Mercy Pearl or Zero Mercy Style. We got this new ball coming. Most fucking ball we ever made.
Thing ever, yeah.
Well, it just stopped shops and everybody, even though they didn't start advertising it, they already got information out there. It just, I feel like it really squashed the Max Effect sales.
It did, and that's not speaking ill against the Zero Mercy. Those balls are great. So, I mean, both the Solid and the Pearl are, I feel like, our biggest sellers of the year overall in terms of just.
Oh, they have to be, especially in the high performance range.
So consistent. Catching Chris here, shooting the spares, ladies and gentlemen. That's
and we still have people asking about it. I mean, like they're like, I'm getting ready to go to nationals. I'm going to buy one of those.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have heard the singles and doubles pattern is pretty tight.
Sure. Wow, got that one a zone further than I was wanting. Not very good. Yeah, Zero Mercy solid right there, Mike. I agree. Ball's a fantastic ball. But now we're getting to the effects here. Like I said, that maximum effect's really good. Mine, I got to be honest, I'm still trying to replace my attention star. So My attention star I have pinned down, same layout as what's on this. So I'm just really looking to fill that slot in the bag. Haven't quite dialed that in on the other balls yet. Something that's going to float down the lane pretty easy, be pretty controlled. So if I need to slow hook it, it does the job. That'll go pretty quick. And like I said, we are bowling on a fresh house shot on 38 and 39. Starting to get a little looser here. That one set up pretty nice.
The funny thing is, the last few weeks in league here for the house shot have felt tighter for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like everybody's been a little bit more right. I don't know if that's how 39 feels, but just I bowl in 33 and 34 the last 2 weeks, and it's like, wow, like I'm like further right than normal for the. And that pair usually has a little friction on it.
Sure.
Being it closer to the front desk.
Hey guys, these aren't the only balls that just recently came out. This particular ball, the one we're testing today, the full effect came out yesterday. So we had lots of these going out to our customers as fast as we can get them anyway. But these aren't the only ones. We had the GB5 Hybrid Pearl, or GB5 Hybrid. They haven't come out with the Hybrid Pearl yet.
Hybrid Pearl?
Oh my goodness. The GB5 Hybrid.
I think the Vex is the one I'm interested in.
The Vex is also interesting. I feel like if we do another video, that should be there.
We actually have an asymmetric mark. I didn't expect that when I drilled one yesterday.
Yeah, and especially because it's a continuance of the Evil Eye.
Yes.
So that'll be a neat comparison if we get that into that next week.
I think that's next week we'll do that.
And then the Purple Hammer, I don't think we need to really compare. It's urethane at this point.
I might punch one up and just compare it to a black just so we can see it. So I have a lot of blacks.
I mean, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, there's no real comparison to the original, I feel like, so.
And Christian's probably going to drill a 13. It'd be pretty cool to see what a kid's 13, what a lightweight would do compared to like the old.
I got you.
The old one.
So we see on 38, Chris about to throw a shot here with this special effect. Other balls came out, the Double Trouble. So if you're a fan of the Troublemakers, the Double Trouble also available. Watch that ball go through the pins pretty nicely.
Like I said, so far I just like it so like not as sticky in the middle of the lane
I got you,
as the other one was.
Put on the forward side. Might rotate the next one for fun. Yeah, Todd, absolutely right. That max effect is pretty good. But I got a good feeling about this. By
the way, we have a nice packed house here this morning.
There's a lot of seniors, a lot of kids going on. So if you catch the audio of that, sorry in advance. But going back to see this max effect here, or the full effect. Really got a good feeling about it. It's got the C squared, the HK22C squared additive back in it. The same thing as the Zero Mercy. It doesn't mean the same exact cover. It's just an additive in that cover, as we see Chris chucking another one down there.
Yeah, so much better. Again, the original sold really well.
Yes.
That is, this I could throw.
All right.
The other one had no factor.
Yeah, Scotty, I agree. Zero Mercy solid, absolute beast. I'm a big fan of that. So
that ball is probably the best solid ball in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think what's nice, we obviously talking about the Zero Mercy solid. I think what's great about that ball, for a dull, asymmetric one, it doesn't burn up in the middle of the lane.
Sure, it still digs.
And
it still does the right thing.
It
actually does continue as it gets off the spot. So it is very interesting.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna try the Zero Pearl here as a.
Yeah, you stay in the same place where you finished with the.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now Hammer claims that the max is going to be just a little earlier. The full effect. I keep saying the maximum effect. But the full effect should be a little earlier.
You can see that's a little cleaner. That ball loped.
Sure.
Loped longer. Try that again.
might get into mine too. Mine is pin up though, so I also have a Zero Mercy Pearl to put this against, but it is pin up, so I do expect it to shape a little bit differently overall. I'm hoping they play well with each other, and it's hard to get me on Zero Mercy Pearl here. I haven't thrown it in the center for a while, but every time I do, it strikes a ton. So hopefully that stays true today as we see Christo another shot with his on 38, which is the first time you've thrown a shiny version of this ball in a while, meaning the
just the
Zero Mercy
original
Pearl.
video, yeah.
So,
Even though so far, shaped to my eye, I like the effect better. Pretty strange.
Yeah, that one a little off the lane. That wasn't very fair.
When I went to Finland, I took these, but I sanded them down.
Sure.
And they were good there until the urethane got in the way.
Good morning, everybody. We appreciate you guys tuning in to the review today, the live review. You're seeing us throw these shots for with the full effect for the first time. We are both just getting into the Zero Mercy Pearl. Chris's is laid out the same between his full effect and the Zero Mercy Pearl. I have, pin up. Hey now, they don't hook from there very often.
No.
But
I thought they had the bumpers up for me.
Yeah. That's the difference between those balls. One stays in the lane, the other one doesn't, I guess.
The other one's quick to the gutter.
All right, we're going to try to get one a little further right. My first shot with this guy wasn't very good. That was much better. What's that do? Yeah, so, kind of what I was expecting there. Hopefully they're not too much on top of each other. One being pin up, one being pin down, with the full effect is on paper a little bit stronger.
That's better. Yeah, I feel like the Zero is quicker off the spot.
Sure. Another one here. That was definitely up the lane again. Oh my. Do the right thing. Do the right thing, ball. So 2 or 3 more here, and then I'll switch back into my full effect again. I just want to keep throwing that ball. Got to get to know it. I know what the Zero Mercy does. Strikes a lot.
Oh, I didn't get around that one enough.
Honestly, would have liked to have tried these up on some beat up lanes. That's where I really like to throw both these types of balls. So. That ball's really good. Every time I pull that ball out here, it just does the right thing. Always goes through the pins really good here on 39. If you guys didn't remember, we did the Zero Mercy Solid and Pearl review not too long ago. I guess it was actually probably closer to December. We did those, and I shot 300 with that Zero Mercy Pearl. It was the first shots I had thrown with it, and it keeps striking here. I don't know what the deal is. I think my average on this pair with this particular ball is probably 270 plus. Just outrageous. We'll throw another one with it though, and then we'll get into the full effect again just to see. Oh yeah, it was super up the lane. All right, there. Eventually we'll get one right at 10, and it will do the right thing again. But I am going to hop in. It looks like it was the end of the game there. I'm going to hop back into my full effect. Same layout. Not that I got too many good shots to look off of, but yeah, it's definitely quicker. That's funny.
Huh?
Definitely look quicker.
Yeah, it definitely is more responsive at the end of the pattern.
You'll click the Jopo.
Which is good and bad. I prefer to see the ball be a little more rounded at the end of the pattern.
Yeah.
Probably why I'm
still on top of where I just ended. Hopefully getting some to the actual right part of the lane here.
Yeah, you can even see it in yours, more rounded shape.
Yeah.
And jump back to the full effect here.
All right. And even speaking to what Chris was talking about there, that you can see my full effect was a little bit more round. It's still continuing pretty sharp off the spot, but a little more rounded shape overall for sure. And that just speaks to the strength of the ball in comparison. They said that the full effect was going to be a little stronger overall than what the zero is. Supposed to be a step between the zero and the maximum effect.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that makes sense. And then mine is pin up versus pin down. So kind of helps spread that gap a little bit further for me. But guys, feel free to like and share this. Once again, we're trying to get you guys in for that merch pack that you see down there. It's got one of those rotating ball cups. Shout out Mike, Alexa, again. Coming in clutch. Can't get rid of enough of these. You didn't check those out. Go to buddysproshop.com and check out those rotating ball cups we have. They are quite the tool. Pretty good shot there.
I like that.
I'm going to try to get one, once again, anywhere right at 10. Would be nice. There we go. That one got right. What's that? Does that do it? No. Don't not knock it over. You're supposed to make it fall.
I think for this weekend, it'd probably be a little too early.
We'll see. I agree, but
Can't hurt to try, though.
I'm carrying 35 balls in with me anyway, so might as well. I don't know how to bowl an event anymore without carrying a truckload. Man, more spinners in production. See, that's what we like to hear, Mike. But even better, I want to hear everybody's thoughts so far and what you guys are seeing go down the lane as far as these full effects, what your thoughts are.
Finally, that's the first shot I hit my mark.
I'm going to stay down on this one. I got a good feeling.
Hello. You came in.
That was pretty good. That's a strike. Has to.
You came in the shop the other day, but I was a little busy. Were you looking for something?
I was gonna
They have to. Sometimes when you throw them off your hand, doesn't matter what the ball is. It has to. But I'm telling you,
Yeah, we'll chat
if I
later.
said that ball needed a strike and it didn't, it might have went back in the box and we'd have thrown some other stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. Even the good ones are a little off sometimes, you know?
Do you have a lane? Do you have a lane to practice?
Yes. Migrating and opening up the lane. That is exactly what this
Okay.
ball
You
is
can
built
probably go
for. So if you're in a center that, even on the fresh house shot, let's say there's quite a bit of friction. Yeah, I mean, you'll still be able to migrate further left. This particular ball, what I have mine for, at least my intention where it's fit in the bag, is to be migrating the furthest left and be able to, especially when there's a lot of friction out there and you're trying to play those big left or rights and have a ball that's going to float down there but still has some power to the back end. That's exactly what this full effect is for me. That's where it's going to be fitting. So, let's throw another one here. The house shots are nice because you do get some of that free friction to play with. So
That was my first plaque of the day.
yeah.
Still.
Throw another one here. And speaking of migrating left, I'll migrate a little further left with you. And we'll circle it just a little bit here too. And we'll see if she likes to play the bend it game. And no issues with it wanting to take the corner there, so that was nice. See, I'm also a big fan of the color. The more I like to watch it go down the lane,
I like the look.
better
I
it
like
is.
watching this color compared to the orange one.
Yeah, this is a very nice color scheme. I like the 4-color thing in there. Maybe that just makes it the difference because you get 2 colors that pop against the black. And anytime I have a little bit of silver and a pearl in a ball, it's just like I like it even more. So
I just think it has great shelf appeal.
yeah,
Like a ball that I don't know how many. Some guys might be like, "Oh, it's got pink in it," but I really think it has really nice.
people
color.
don't want to buy an ugly ball. I don't feel like that's real. I feel like that's why the Origin EX sold so
You
slow
mean like
at
a
first.
Summit?
Yeah, like this. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, I understand we're more worried about performance. Not everybody gets to see that. But at the end of the day, if the ball doesn't look good, man, it's hard to make you want to go over and see what it's about, you know?
Yeah, I thought the Summit to me was a great ball. Got god awfully ugly.
Yeah. Another shot from Chris here on 38. Still throwing those house shots, so
All right, it might hit
still
now.
kind of that rounded
Now
shape
it's starting
too,
to
yeah.
burn up a little bit.
Gotcha.
In that one spot.
It's starting to burn.
You can just start to see it quit a little bit, but
Now I'm still going to move a
try to get
little
a little
further
more
left.
rotation.
Add some rotation.
Just do what he does.
Yeah, just do what I do. Just let it go through the pins, yank it over your toe, throw it bad, but in the right direction. Yeah, that looked pretty good. That's really what I'm kind of hoping to see out of this ball is as I'm migrating left and adding that rotation. Does it hit the puddle and die? Or does it see a friction too fast? Or does it really just blend both of those things out? So important when there's a lot of transition and you're starting to get into a little bit of a puddle as you move further left to have a ball that's capable of handling the oil but not burning it up once it sees the friction. It's able to blend it out for you. So I'm just going to keep moving left. Keep moving left, rotating it, sending it to the right. What else? That was not enough rotation, but it might do it.
So I'm going to go left just a little bit.
It's pretty good. Snap the 10. Just going to go a little left. I bet you he adds some rotation too.
Try and rotate it a little bit more.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that looked good. So, is there a drilling necessary that I would recommend this ball going left to right with? It really depends on the bowler.
I just think when you go left to right, I don't like super tall pins when you're going left
Sure.
to right. I just feel, unless you have a lot of rotation.
Yeah, a lot of rotation, the speed to kind of match up with it.
I feel like if you have like a super tall pinball or taller pinballs, and you're really trying to go a lot left to right,
yeah,
you need to have over 55 degrees rotation to get the ball to continue.
Sure.
If you're less than that, your ball is going to go out and go forward and not have enough energy.
Yeah. But if you're someone with a lot of rotation, yeah, then you could still get away with the pinup balls. But if you're somebody who's maybe either a little bit more rev dominant or maybe somebody who's a little bit more forward or up the back, then you're probably going to want to flirt with more pin down type balls, assuming that your axis allows that. Some people who have a higher track tend to stay away from pin down balls because it can raise the track up a little bit.
Use dot technology.
Yeah, use the dot. So I mean, this is a dot ball, so you don't have to worry about that. I think that's the more I get into the dot technology stuff, the better it is as far as being forgiving with that. So that one stood up pretty quick too.
Yeah, I moved left and I tried to.
So that's it. I mean, right there, I feel like that's where it was like, okay, if I wanted to be able to do something like that and be able to blend that out, that's where a pin down version of that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's just a medium pin too, so it's not even like it's the taller of the two. But
oh, I gotta shoot that. What am I doing? I'm getting ready to sweep my spare.
oh yeah, gotta shoot your spares, folks. Let's see here. I got a few in a row myself. We'll go ahead and Chris is gonna step up, cover his spare. I'm gonna step up on the
Sorry,
right
got
one.
ahead of you.
Yeah, Sam. The big thing here is just making sure you have the rotation to be able to step left and shape the lane. I feel like that's
I think that's the
biggest
thing
part.
that people move left and say they play more of the lane front to back, like straighter.
yeah.
And they maybe have like 45 or don't get around it a lot. Which most people when they play straighter don't get around it.
Yeah.
Then when they go left,
They're expecting the ball to be able to make
they
up
go, oh
for the
my ball,
axis.
I can't ever play the middle of the lane. Well, the ball can only help so much. You have to do the rest.
That's true. Yeah, you got to trick it a little bit. Throw some rotation on there at the bottom. Learn that.
Like that.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I think I always talk about like Chris Prather. Obviously, he's on staff with us, but when Chris goes left,
That's when he is his best. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's one of the better players of playing him very straight too.
yeah, he
but
doesn't like being up. I mean, he up the back, but then when he goes left, he can. Him, Don Barrett. I mean,
Yeah,
Don
that's-
Barrett killed him this week so far.
Yeah.
They have such quick in and out
Yeah.
that they allows their balls to shape. But it's hard to see that on TV because it happens
Sure.
so fast.
Sure.
You're like, oh, I do what they do, but you don't realize they're like between 65 to 75 degrees rotation.
Yeah, it's really hard to see because their hands look like they're still up the back still
Yeah, it's
as
so
they got
quick.
released. But yeah, those guys know how to rotate and get around it the right way. But yeah, add some rotation, add some versatility to your game. It's going to pay off more than a ball. Go get some lessons. Figure out how to manipulate your ball roll a little bit, and then you'll be able to take those $200 balls and make them a little bit more worth it. You'll be able to get a little more play out of them and see what kind of action they can create. Now, for some people, keeping it simple, that's all you need. But if you're going to bowl some events, you got to be able to be versatile. That was pretty good. Still the same kind of thing there, even with you chasing it further left. I seen it. I've
Yeah.
still seen it try to get stand up a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, this week on the tour, obviously the score's been really high, and people are like making a little stink about the scores, but they're starting with your thing between 5 and 10,
Which is crazy.
and then they just go left. And you see some guys just staying urethane too long. They're trapping it around like in the track area.
Yeah, yeah.
But when they go left, I mean, you see Prather all of a sudden it's like a 20 board move left and just
sending it around where the urethane
and the
was.
launch angle is big. So yeah, they use the urethane to hold it a little bit in the middle. They try to get it out to that burn spot down. At
Yeah,
like
there was
4 or
some
5.
that Dom got. I don't know if you've seen the video of him shooting 300 initially. Like they were getting to like, he got 1 to like 2, I bet, and it just ran the 8-pin over. I was like, wow, that's
there's
cool.
a shot yesterday AJ Chapman threw.
He's
Obviously,
so
it wasn't a good shot,
Yeah.
but he thought it was going in the gutter from like 5th arrow.
Yeah, yeah.
And he like started turning around, and it bounced off the stone 8.
That sounds right too.
So yeah, I mean, I do say if you're on social media, follow the PBA, and they have some really good videos.
Good morning from lane 22. That's funny.
Oh, Cygnus maybe.
Guys, we do appreciate you guys watching and tuning in and taking a look
Is
at
that
this.
Cygnus?
Yeah. So that's super funny. We appreciate you watching. Feel free to like and share the stream. Obviously, we want to get you in for a chance to win one of those Free Buddies merch packs that you see down in your corner of your screen. We will announce that winner at the end of the stream. And then if you are the winner, you're going to send us your t-shirt size as well as your shipping address and all that. So stick around. You got to know if you're the winner. I'm not going to start you guys out.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So if you guys get the call, by all means, shoot us a message with your info. I'm going to keep going left. I'm going to go a little further left, and then I'm going to take my ion out and play with it from the same spot and see which one's going to do it better. That was a lot of rotation.
All right, I'm gonna move over.
That was a little much.
I know you turned it on, so I'm gonna move over and Therese, so I'm gonna let her practice while she's waiting for a lane.
I gotcha. All right, yeah. So we'll
39 feet. I have no idea what we got going on.
go ahead and move the camera. So bear with us.
Oh, you want me to wait?
You're fine. Just gotta shift our camera over so we can see. Sad part is, I'm a little short these days for the new mount that's up here. It's about 8 inches higher, so.
So you need the step stool.
All right. Let's see here.
That looks.
Bend it down a little bit.
Maybe up slightly.
It's funny because it's kind of delayed, but we'll get there.
Oh yeah, could I get where it's not like instantaneous?
Hey, good enough. Yeah? All right. So your right lane there is a sport shot. He did say that was a 39-foot sport shot. So no play on it. People like me, I mean, it is 39 feet, so there is still a chance that this ball could look pretty good. But I think the best time for it is when there's just a little bit more play to get these slow down. But we'll see. We'll see what do you think here. Chris throwing a shot there. That looked okay. Got to the 1-3. I'm still on the old house shot here on 39. We're going to see it bounce around a little bit more. I mean, I could try to push it down just a little bit further.
All right, try and chip it a little bit.
Yeah. I'll try here. All right. There you go. You get to see nothing but the lane. How about that? All right. I think that's about as good as I'm getting it. So heads, no heads, is what it is. Actually, I don't think normally we get to see the front part of the lane. So the camera zooms in too far for that, unfortunately. And that's like an automatic feature too.
You're gonna get to watch.
I don't know why you can't adjust it, but you can.
Watch me miss a 10-pin.
Okay, watch that live here on the review. The review of Chris Forey's spare shooting game. Does he have it?
I got it.
All right. A shot from the left, but keep it up the
That's called
inside.
putting half your thumb in the ball because it's a little tight.
I can try it. Shot from a little further left, but keep it up in the middle of the lane. That's a great question, especially here at this center. See if that works. So try to keep it in the middle for you. Get a little further right than that would probably look pretty good. That's probably just a hair inside for what it would need to be, but
I've been fighting taking tape out of the ball all day.
ladies and gentlemen, use tape, even if you got to fight it.
I love it. I just usually by now my thumb shrinks a little bit.
Yeah, we need to have a chat with all of our bowlers who are afraid of using tape. We get comments all the time. I feel like I'm using 2 pieces of tape in this ball. We got to drill a smaller thumb, and I'm like, yeah, but they make a 3rd piece of tape. So, now I'm not saying if Now, you couldn't always get your fit checked, but ladies and gentlemen, that's what tape is for.
Right.
We need to adjust our fit. Our thumbs
Now
are
I
changing
can
all
move a
the
little
time. We got to be able to adjust our fit and be okay with it.
I personally, I grew up with tape because back then they drilled you around holes,
Yeah,
so
they
you
were
packed
hard
it to
to-
shape
yeah,
it. But I just think I never worry about not getting out of a ball, so I know I can take the tape out.
Yeah, yes,
I always feel if you have like 1 or 2 pieces only, your hand will swell.
Sure.
Probably, or it's going to
Sure.
be a day it is swollen. It's, to me, you can't bowl and think, are you going to get out of the ball?
Sure.
Because now you have nowhere to go, and the shop might not be open. So I don't know. I've always just had I use a nice oval, but I pack it with like, I think there's 12 pieces in there, and somebody's gonna be like 12, but my thumb doesn't rip, no issues.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, it might be a pain to deal with sometimes, but it's a pain worth having than having to jam your thumb into a ball that doesn't fit. Or
yeah, I mean, like this morning, I obviously am gonna be swollen, but I know I can take a piece out, and I fly to nationals. I take like 5 or 6 pieces out because your hand swells.
Elite level bowlers use tape if they use a thumb, that is. But the elite level bowlers use tape. Some of them use more tape than you'd probably ever imagine.
When people see my thumb hole in the shop, they go, "Oh my god."
You're the pro shop guy. I thought it was supposed to be perfect. They're like, it is. A little further upside.
Yeah, like I can make it
awesome.
smaller and throw it still, but then it's like when I do go bowl another day where it's a little tighter,
Sure.
I have to think, oh, is it going to come off?
Throw another one here. I'm going to throw one more. Let's see. The Buddy's thumb tape is one of the very good tape. Yeah, similar to some of the Vice field tapes, actually. But yeah, I agree. Got that Buddy's green tape in there, the texture tape. We don't have our own smooth tape, so I can't get behind it. But
No, we just have that one.
and we still got a lot, so feel free. Feel free to buy some of that green tape.
All right. So I guessed on the first 2 shots.
All right, Chris is still throwing shots. Once again, that right lane is a sport pattern. It's 39 feet, or so they believe. It's from, I believe it's one of the junior bowl patterns, more than likely. So he'll tell us again. And I'm still bowling on 39 on our house shot. So Chris bouncing one. Trying to bounce one there.
I feel like if I just get a little bit more right, we'll be good.
I'm going to try to get one to the sweet spot here. All right.
All right.
Now that we're kind of in the middle of the lane, which is pretty much where I plan on being this ball at any time. I'm not bringing this ball out in the fresh. More than likely not. Not for what I bowl in anyway. We bowl a lot of sport patterns. Got to wait for them to break down a little bit. If I'm bowling a house shot, absolutely. I might as well bring it out right away. But I'm going to throw this Ion Max Pearl in the same part of the lane. I'm not going to try to yank it over my toe like the last couple there. Just because I don't feel like the house shot here really is supporting that right now. But usually it's hard to get a ball to hook once you get it up in the middle of the lane here. But that one was, if you never get it right at 20, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to throw one shot here with this Ion Max Pearl, hopefully in a similar part of the lane with that last one.
What's up, Christian?
What I'm looking for is for this thing to pick up a little sooner, and then I'll know that the other Mac full effect is the play. That's a pretty bad shot too. We're definitely not going to count that one. You can only throw them bad so many times. Speaking of tape-related things, I think it's about time I pull out some new tape myself. Yeah. Fix the tape on this thing. No more squeeze.
It's close. It's close.
Oh no, I dropped my
Close.
thumb, but I think I could have dropped the Jopo thumb off of the top of the Empire State Building and it would still hold up. So
I did drill a hole through one the other day,
and it still held up.
We won't get into how I did that, but that's
all right. Another shot down here. All right. Actually cleared a thumb. That was kind of neat. Now, Arthur, yes. Here is why I prefer slick tape or tape that goes in the back side of your thumb versus texture tape that goes in the front side of your thumb. Because if you do have 11 pieces of tape in your thumb, it does stretch your span. So
I use white on both sides. or a texture tape, both sides. And what I do a little different than some people, well, this is how I look at it. You talk about spam, but I'd use, depending on how quickly I want to get out of the ball, is how much I put in the back.
Okay.
So if I'm trying to stay in the ball longer, I'll put more pressure on the back of the thumb.
Okay.
So that way I feel like it's pushing or hanging up a little bit. If I want to be quicker, I'm going to put less in the back and add a little bit more to the front.
Okay. What does that do? Not too shabby through there. It looks like it's getting through a little bit easier, actually. So that's kind of interesting.
Oh, that's good. Now we're there. I just kept creeping to the right. Not sure like how quickly it would come off it, but
yeah. Throw one more here with it. The ion there. Pearl. Same spot. That one got a billion right. No bueno.
And you're like a multiple size. You have a couple different thumb sizes, right?
I do, but mainly for width.
That's what I mean, width-wise, yeah.
Yeah, my thumb.
Yeah, so I just go to the biggest width
Width-wise,
possible.
kill me.
My thumb doesn't touch, and then when I crush it with tape, the tape will crush my thumb side to side. Like I won't say crush, but it'll make my thumb expand side to side with the pressure front to back.
Sure. And then if people don't know, we both really use very minimal bevel, if any at all. So, I have most of my thumbs have no bevel. I do have one or two as backups with bevel, because some days you're squeezing anyway, and sometimes you just got to get around it and figure out how to bowl with it that day. So I'll switch to a thumb that has actual bevel in it. Not very often, but it happens.
There we go.
But I don't like bevel.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was probably I feel like around Christmas Day, like around 12, and I always had a lot of bevel.
Sure.
And then we bowled some junior JBT tournaments in like New York, and kids would have like no bevel fingers and thumb. Watch Jesse here real quick. And I remember in my head, I was like, how do they ever throw a ball like that?
Right.
And the next thing I drilled a ball, and I said to my father, I said, when you drill me a ball, let's do no bevel at all. And that became like the most greatest feeling. Sure, I thought bevel was great, but for me, it became like, if the ball's perfect in feel, I shouldn't have to bevel it, because
yes,
I feel like and like I said, most people, you're gonna bevel is just a feel, like a seeing thing. But to me, when I do a new fit, which I haven't done a new fit in a while, but if I ever do test my own fit, I'll take it right off the press. Like no little knife to just slightly take it down. Because I feel like if that cuts me or something like that, something's not right. Yeah.
But you also have to train yourself how to be able to use those types of balls, because a lot of bowlers are squeezing. So, it's a good way to figure out how not to. That one got through a little easier. Now we're starting to get it off my hand, so that's really kind of what I was looking for. Oh! Let's see if this full effect gets through just a little bit easier than what the Ion Max Pearl does.
Really?
Just a little bit, especially that one. That one got through it pretty good. So.
I always think about, you talk about the bevel, I think of like a Brandon Bowen. He was like 12, 13, 14. It was always a lot of bevel.
Yeah.
And over time, we redid his fit and all that. It's not sharp, but now it's like a medium-ish bevel.
Yeah.
It's like and he used to always be like, you got to put a lot of bevel on, and now he doesn't say anything. It's like,
the less the better. If we can get away with
you can repeat it better too. If I don't have to bevel it, I can repeat it 100%.
Yeah, bevel is a very hard thing to repeat and make sure it's exactly the same outside of a mold or whatever. But.
Or like just having a Jopo or something. But to me, to me, if I don't have to touch it,
all the better for sure.
They're all the same. You can be like Parker now. He bevels the crap out of it.
I'll take his repetition. It's pretty good. Just a little forward. All right. Doing the thing here. Chris is still throwing shots.
All right, I can move now because now it's hooking.
Funny how that works.
It is pretty funny because it was pretty good, and I moved off the 9-pin, and it just checked up again. Yeah, it's funny. I'll just say real quick about Parker is if anybody ever sees Parker, just try and find a picture of Parker's ball on, just Google it.
Yeah,
And you will never see that much bevel on almost anybody. He like carves out of the slug area.
Okay.
So one day,
Matt is probably the only other one he uses.
Somebody said to me like, "Oh,
crazy amount." Yeah.
Or he said to me, he goes, "I need to be refitted." I go, "How am I gonna fit?" I said, "How am I gonna tell you you're wrong when you've won?
Yeah.
You're like top 5 bowlers of all time."
Is your hand bleeding?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, so whatever you're doing
Please.
works.
Another one here at the full effect here on 39, still in a house shot. Let's break it down a little bit. I want to rotate this one. Yeah, it's sliding around down there. Might not necessarily be time to be.
Oh, I almost chopped it straight off. I would say at the end of the day, it's what's comfortable to you.
Sure,
that's all that
sure.
matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's a little different.
It's whatever you like. People go like, "Oh, my finger's supposed to go in this far. Should I go in that far?"
Yeah.
Whatever you like. I like to bury my finger.
And as long as it doesn't cause injury, I think that's the other part.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whatever you're happy with, it doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, everybody's a little bit different. But me, I don't like to squeeze, and I got a big problem with it. And no bevel typically allows me to put a little less pressure, a little less grip pressure overall. Ball does a lot more of the holding on to me. See Chris throw another shot here. Slash shot hooked. That'll start to curve. Breaking them in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. See how it plays on Monday when I'm on the other side of the building. Ooh.
Yammed on that one a little bit. Just to see. If you guys haven't already, feel free to like and share the stream. And feel free to comment. We want to make sure we're answering some questions down here. Let's take a look. A lot of liking and sharing.
Oh.
If there's anything else you want to see on the streams in the future, or anything different than what we're doing now, feel free to also share that.
Slappy on Mr. Tenpin.
We only do this for you guys. So if there's something else you want to see that we're not doing, throw it in there. If we can make it happen, we will.
It does get us to practice, though.
That too, yeah. It does give us a
does
little
give us
window to come out and say,
gives
yeah,
us a
we
reason to throw
did
some
this for, we did this for the shop, not for just practice. Another one little rotation here. Another shot from here, Chris on lane 40. Pretty good. We'll throw one more at the full effect on this lane. And I'm going to try another shot or two with the Zero Mercy to see how they handle playing a little further left from each other. Got to know what they do with comparison to each other. So when you got to make that switch, you know what's going to happen. Ball looks pretty good from that particular part of the lane. Both of those past couple shots, I'm still feeling the full effect on 39. It is the pin down one. I only have a pin down one, and that is 45 4.5 by 75. And then the Zero Mercy that I'm going to be throwing is pin up. So same thing, 45 4.5, but 30.
No, don't.
Not even close, bud. Couldn't think of it if I wanted to.
Put that tip in there.
Oh my goodness. And it didn't even fit. It didn't even want it. She said no. Let's see.
I think from watching you throw the full effect, I think you have another hammer ball added to your bag.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going in there. I was kind of sold on it when it came out, so maybe that helped the fact. But I'm already sold in the Zero Mercy. I'm sold in the HK22C squared. That part.
The cohesion squared.
Yeah, whatever they put in the Zero Mercy Pearl, if they could put that in all the balls, I'd be a big fan. Or whatever you guys are doing with that Crown Victory Pearl, that's another good one. That's another good ball is that Crown Victory Pearl. I mean, I think that's one of our better sellers now, and I feel like
it's sneaky. To me, it's just compared to the original, a little more responsive in the oil.
Yeah, for sure.
And super responsive in the friction, but better response in the oil than the original was.
Yeah, 100% agree. I'm more interested because I like the original one to an extent. For the first couple times I went out with it, but then it feel like it lost it. You know, lost that response down lane.
Yeah,
It's starting to get
cover
very
hardened up a
gummy,
little
very
bit, yeah.
very quick. So, all right, I'm gonna hop into the Zero Mercy Pearl once again. This is a pin-up Zero Mercy versus my pin down full effect. And I'm gonna try to be in the same part of the lane, see how they play with each other. Yeah, you definitely see that one still stand up in the middle part of the lane, respond a little quicker. So
I have a feeling that the Victory Pearl could be in play this weekend.
sure, I'm hoping so. It's in the bag.
And I'll have that, my dark side with me. Some balls that don't really ever see the lane.
You know, I know they're all made in the same factory and all that good stuff, but the those balls were something else. Those that Crown Victory Pearl is really good. Zero Mercy, full effect seems pretty good so far. A lot of good stuff coming out. People seem to like that stealth mode hybrid. I feel like I've seen a lot of people like that ball.
Yeah, Dennis Bissonette, he threw that in Keene, which obviously is a wide open shot.
Yeah.
But that ball rolled.
Looked real good, yeah.
Phenomenal for him.
So another one here with Zero Mercy. I'm going to go a little further. I just think I need to with some rotation. Just to get this ball to lay off just a little bit. Nice.
Flicked your hand around that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw one more here, and I think we can. But yeah, liking what I see so far.
All right, he's going to throw one more. I'm going to switch to the full effect in that same position and see how it finishes in comparison. I'm hoping it's just a little less quick in the middle part of the lane there. That Zero is. Just because when I'm wrapping my hand around it, I intend for there to be a lot of friction to play with this particular ball, meaning the full effect. So if it doesn't do the job from here right now, it makes sense because we're not there.
All right, we got to throw another.
You're not ending on that one, but you can shoot it.
Was it not?
And if, ladies and gentlemen, if he makes it on the stream, I'm giving away a ball. It's happening.
All right.
I can't tell you whose ball, but I'm giving away a ball.
I will shoot for the 10 pin.
Somebody on the stream is going to win a ball right now if this man makes it 710. You better have liked and shared.
Just hope I get one first.
Yeah, that's true. One time for the stream.
Just
ladies and gentlemen,
just
Chris
plowed into the pit. No double kiss, nothing,
too.
just right into the pit.
Once again, quite a bit of rotation here. Yeah, that was definitely a little smoother overall.
All right, I got to throw a strike. So
cool. Yeah,
I've been trying to be up the back of it, which has been shaping pretty well on this.
If I end the day on a 710, it's because I was already willing to walk out of the building. No. I didn't add any surface to mine at all. My Zero Mercy Pearl is the same out of box. So from when I first threw it, I haven't touched it at all. Forey had his Zero Mercy Pearl. He took it back to box. So because he did have his sanded down for a tournament. But no, mine is box. It might look a little duller now just because it does have some games on it. But no, I don't touch my shiny balls to surface too much. I have it jump pretty quick. Let's see. I'll go one more. I'm not going to end on that either. Snap 10.
Step left a little further because now I'm up the back, and as I go left, I can see it a little early.
Yeah. Can't end on a big four, just like you can't end on a 710. That was pretty bad, but it's going to strike, right? Sure. All right. Yeah, so to answer your question there about the this effect versus the Bionic, Bionic's still earlier. So Bionic is symmetrical.
I almost left another one.
Symmetrical, and the Bionic does come sanded. So it's definitely a little earlier overall than what the shined up full effect is going to be. probably similar amount of overall strength, with the full effect maybe being a little more overall strength. But yeah, I'm definitely going to say that that Bionics is a little earlier, a little more rounded shape. But once again, if you could wrap your hand around it, you've seen a lot this weekend where those guys were wrapping their hands around that, and it was able to shape just about anywhere. So definitely not as sharp, definitely not as clean, and definitely not as sharp as the full effect is.
Not very good. Yeah, I mean, totally different. Obviously, a Bionic symmetric, like you were saying, so it's going to be more of a benchmarkish, true benchmark ball. I feel like asymmetrical balls aren't benchmark.
I agree. All right.
And we use the word benchmark because they control a symmetrical ball is going to control the mid lane a little bit better.
All right.
All right. Hopefully the last shot.
My zero's, from a cover standpoint, maybe the zero's just a little cleaner. I know mine's pinned down, so my zero's pin up versus my full effect, which is pinned down. So my effect's going to get a little cleaner down the lane in terms of where it's going to try to rev up, and it's going to be a little less shape overall just from that. But they're going to play well off each other. I know if we were in defined friction, I could definitely see my Zero Mercy standing up be a little quicker because of it being pin up versus my full effect being pinned down there. So
I'm going to throw one last one.
You got one last one? All right.
I struck, but
all right, Corey's got one last one coming on that sport shot on lane 40. You got to have the good one. Yeah, I would say that if you're going to pick a benchmark asymmetric ball, you're looking at balls like the Tour V1 or even that Ion Pro Solid. I feel like is a pretty good choice. That was a hot seller these days too. Another one pretty close anyway is the Gremlin Tour X. I find that the Gremlin Tour X is probably just a hair sharper than what the Tour V1 is, but not by much. I feel like they're very comparable balls. So. So the Tour V1, Ion Pro Solid, both of those would be reasonable benchmark type shapes out of an asymmetric ball. But once again, not a ton of differential in any of those. So they're all in the 30s. So that's just something to consider too. So their motion isn't as much, so they're not going to have to worry about it being, a little too violent from that standpoint. So
I just got to strike.
One more. He's got to strike, guys. He's got to strike. I get it. And then we're going to wrap things up. So let's see here. Let's go down through. We're going to pick our list. And another wrap 10 from him, which is good.
I can ring 10 at will now.
Let me tell you, I had to pick our winner.
That's
here.
not a plaque, that's a ring.
The wheel rolling. And so I mean, we're just about to wrap up. So I mean, I'll definitely comment on my thoughts between that and the Ion. If you give me just a moment.
All right, one last one. We're gonna move right. Take my hand out of it a little bit. Go straighter.
Yeah. So I mean, the Ion Max is definitely a little earlier than what a little earlier overall than what my full effect was. It seemed like. Now. Just from playing, I mean, they were fairly close to each other, but there was a couple shots there I threw where the full effect definitely got through a little easier, which is what I was looking for out of this particular ball. I would actually assume that my combat hybrid that I shined up would have probably got behind it. So, yeah, all done.
I could just keep on. Well, I tried cheating right. It actually hooked early.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop over here.
But I do like it though.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was the.
Felt like we sped really both faster at the end.
Yeah. So that was our live review of the Hammer Full Effect. Now, Chris, what are your overall thoughts on that versus, and then compare them to obviously your Zero Mercy Pearl?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. What I saw was, we'll start with the first thing I talked about. Compared to the original effect that came out, the original effect I felt like was really, really early for a shiny ball. It really stood up really quick.
Sure.
The cover stock just seemed like it really glued to the lane fast. So for me, that ball was not great for me personally. I tried surface, tried not. This one, I see it get through a little bit, definitely cleaner, but still rollier than the Zero Mercy Pearl.
Sure.
So yeah, so to me, like we were talking about, that was their intent, was to get it between the Solid and the Pearl of the Zeros.
Feel like they did that?
Perfect.
Nice.
I like what they've done there. I think even if you did put a little surface on it to try and get it maybe a little closer to the Solid, it'd be no problem.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, but no, so far I do like how it rolls. It's definitely little more rounded in the middle, where the pearl is just a little bit cleaner. But again, compared to the original, it's not like in the very, very front part of the lane like the original one was.
Sure. As far as mine are concerned, I'm once again still trying to find a good replacement for my Attention Star. I threw the Ion Max Pearl, which is the same layout, same pin down layout. And I felt like even the Ion was probably just a hair earlier. When I kept it in the puddle, if they were both dead in the puddle, I didn't really see too much of a difference. I just think there needs to be a little bit of friction in that part of the lane to really see the two differences there. But I definitely see my Ion Max Pearl just being a little bit earlier overall, not by much, but probably just enough for my eyes to accept it. Whereas the Zero Mercy Pearl, I could tell that from a cover standpoint, the ball wanted to get through a little cleaner, but mine is pin up versus the full effect, which is pin down. So when my Zero Mercy did see the friction, it stood up much faster and tried to transition through that quicker, and it was a much stronger shape versus what my full effect was, which I think was just a little smoother once it saw that friction, but still similar, a similar amount of strength, or just being a little smoother off of that and getting down the lane a little bit easier. So yeah, beyond that, I'm a fan. I think it's going right in the bag this weekend because why not? Whether it ends up coming into play is a different story. But yeah, I'm putting it in the bag. So
yeah, higher this weekend, like much higher friction in here.
Sure. And we're bowling 35 mils this weekend, but the center, you have to have that at a minimum.
I think we bowled on 30. Well, so there's a couple of factors that people don't realize. They use a Phoenix S machine.
So
very old technology. So even if you try and use like newer oils like ice or anything like that,
sure,
the machine's not designed to pump that viscosity out.
Sure.
So we noticed that last year we bowled on Mark Roth there. With Mark Roth is like 47 feet, I think, something around there. 46, 47
still
feet.
curving.
And also 30, I think 32 to 34 mils.
Yeah.
So, and I just remember guys were like, oh, they didn't put the right pattern out. Da, da, da. No, guys, look at the lane machine technology. Look at the lane surface. I was told before we went there last year, they hooked, and I didn't take that into consideration.
Right.
I went with like really big balls because I bowled the Florida stop.
Sure.
On that pattern and used like Black Widows on a surface that hooked a little bit. But I didn't realize how much friction there was last year because you can get to the pocket, but if your ball read too early last year, you couldn't string them. Guys that bowled well seem to use like effectors, balls with smaller flares. So I have a better game plan this year.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
For the building. So like I said, I do see this ball coming along. I just don't quite see it coming into play, but you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
You almost, it's like, I feel like you never know until you get there and you throw some shots and the lanes are transitioning and who else is throwing what.
Yeah, I mean, the kids threw everything. The kids threw a lot of urethane last year on Sunday morning. So many factors, but like I said, we are bowling a very high friction surface this week. So,
we're going to find out.
We're going to find out, yeah. So
either way, this ball
really
available and available at BuddySportShop.com. Came out yesterday along with a couple other B7 releases. So the new Purple Hammer 78D. The Game Breaker 5 Hybrid, just hybrid.
The Vex.
The Vexed, and then the Double Trouble. So feel free to check any of those out. Of our Two Finger Friends, go check out that Double Trouble. Push some of those through our
and
site,
I think the Vex, without throwing it yet, we'll do that next week. Something about it tells me it's going to be sneaky good. It's going to be a little stronger in like a V1.
Sure.
How will it compare to a V1 and then also the Gremlin Thorax? That's what I'm trying to see there because I have the unique core shape to it. Even with now they mark the asymmetry. So I'm interested to see how next week when we do the videos, how that compares to the and also to an Evo Eye itself. So a lot of good stuff there. Of the balls they just came out with, outside of this one, and obviously urethane, but skip the urethane part. I think the Vex is the most interesting of the releases because the Evo Eye did really well. Any other questions?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's all the questions, at least for now.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That was,
thank you guys all for tuning in. The winner of our Buddies Free Merch Pack, liking and sharing the stream and all that good stuff.
I shared.
Joey Gonzalez. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey.
Tuning into the stream. And then, feel free to send us your best shipping address as well as your T-shirt size. You can send that right to the Buddy Sport Shop Facebook page, or you can send it to drillers@buddysportshop.com, whatever feels best for you. And we'll get your merch pack sent out your way. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking and sharing, supporting what we do here. Once again, feel free to let us know what you'd like to see. I know some comments were in there about wanting to see potentially a video on how to change releases, things like that. That's all stuff that could potentially happen.
If I knew how to do that, I wouldn't be standing in front of you.
That's a good point. Sometimes if you know how to do it, sometimes you just do it. I don't know what to say. So, but once again,
that's a good idea,
for all watching.
That's a good idea.
If you haven't already have something lined up for the weekend, go bowl. Go bowl, get out and
find a
support.
tournament. I always say find a tournament.
Find a
go
tournament.
practice.
Dip your
Technically,
toes
find
in something.
tournaments. There's so many tournaments anywhere, but yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a great
And
weekend.
hopefully we see you at NEBA if you're in the area.
Oh, come to NEBA.